and then you let me know when I'm up on the
You're
screen.
on
I'm
now,
seeing you blue boxed. What's
and
that?
you are on now. You are
I'm
on
on
now.
now. All
We
right.
are live.
Hey, we're live. Hey, everybody. This is Tom Buford of TomBufordMarketing.com here with my good friend Michael Bloom, and we are really, really excited. This is a lot of fun because this is your first live webinar, right? You've given us a
Absolutely, it's my
presentation.
first live webinar.
Now, you've done a lot of live presentations for your caregiving clients and group and that tribe. I've done a lot of webinars, but I'm really kind of nervous here because I've never done a live Google Hangout, so this is pretty cool. Now, some of you guys already know who I am. This went out to my community to invite you guys here. A lot of you guys probably came from Devora, so I want to thank you and thank Devora for bringing people along, and then, of course, people that knew Michael and were invited here, and you're here live for our webinar jam here. So this is a lot of fun, and I just want to give a real quick, brief introduction about who I am, but Michael's going to take the stage here and do this presentation. And here's the thing: I've been doing marketing training and teaching people how to create information products and do joint ventures. And Michael was actually a client, about probably a year and a half ago now, when you went through my Promo Partner Profits program. And he just took the material and ran with it and was a star student. And so I was staying in touch, like, hey, keep me updated with what's going on and all your progress. And I kept getting all these great updates. And then before you know it, we're on the phone talking and becoming friends. And Michael's background, I'm not going to get into all the nitty-gritty about how he got where he is, but he's a caregiving without regrets expert. So he helps caregivers get back to having their own energy and living a life without guilt and regret. And it's just an amazing process, an amazing thing that he does, and he helps people with. So the interesting thing here is that while I have the marketing background and have been teaching marketing and training online, Michael doesn't, but he's been teaching me lately about this really cool strategy where he's been using Facebook to build his fan base, and he's been getting great results, and you'll see more about that later during the presentation. But this is fun because he's coming here not as a marketing guru or something like that. He's just somebody that got on Facebook and wanted to figure out, how can I do this? How can I start building a list and building that fan page base without having to spend a lot of money on advertising. In fact, he hasn't spent any money in advertising. Not that advertising on Facebook is a bad thing, just that wasn't the strategy he was going for. And so he's done some really cool things, and he was starting to teach me about this strategy that he's using, and I'll let him give you all the details about it. But I was so wrapped in, I'm like, I've got to get this out to my folks as well. And Devora Lansky was saying the same thing. Man, I've got to share this with people. Authors are going to love this. Coaches, trainers, consultants, people who do want to use social media, but you're not sure exactly how to do it, how to engage, how to not just waste your entire day every day on social media. So Michael has come up with this great strategy and system for engaging people on social media using Facebook, and he's going to talk about the specific strategy that he's using, which actually forces you to not spend too much time. The way it's all set up, you actually there's no reason for you to be spending countless hours on Facebook. You use the strategy and you use it to the T the way he is going to share it with you, and you should be seeing great results. So that's really about all I'm going to say here, Michael. I'm going to hand the stage over to you and let you just go at it. I've seen the slideshow. I know everyone's in for a great treat today, so I want to thank everyone for being here. And if you have any questions, you can post the questions. We're going to try to hold the questions to the very end. And Michael, you were explaining some of the techie stuff, in case if somebody gets any pause in their screen. I'm going to let you explain that a little bit because you're more savvy with these Hangouts, and then I'll let you take over the reins.
All right. Sounds great. Well, hello and welcome, everyone. I'm so honored that you've come to join us for this first Hangout on Air experience with Tom and I. It's such a great pleasure to be here. So I do want to share with you, because this may be your first time, we are using the Webinar Jam webinar system. It runs on Google Hangout on Air technology. And with any webinar technology, it's technology. So things can happen. So if for some reason your screen freezes or things freeze up, 99% of the time you can restore by just refreshing your browser, and that will take care of it on your end. If something happens on our end, which we hope will not, we will get back on as soon as we can. But I'm hoping for clear sailing, and no matter what, we should have a great replay for you to view with the information afterwards. So what I'm going to do, and then the other thing to let you know, on the right-hand side of your screen, you should see a chat box. So should you have questions or thoughts, please feel free to type them into the chat box. And if we are going to take questions at the end, so you will be able to get your questions answered. I want to get through the presentation first. Tom's going to keep me alerted should something come up in the question box that needs to be really addressed right away. I'm happy to do that, but I want to make sure I honor your time. And we get through the information, and then we will stay on even beyond the hour if there are lots of questions to get answered. So without further delay, I am going to get my screen share going. And Tom, are you seeing the slides?
I am seeing the slides. And real quick, too, Lori had a question.
Sure.
I just wanted to know if this is being recorded. Yes, it's being recorded.
It is. Yes,
Yeah.
that is a great question. It is being recorded, and within a few hours after the webinar is done, it will be processed, and you will get an email with a link to the replay page.
Great.
So if you just want to soak it all in right now and take in the information, you can go back and hear the information at your convenience on the replay. So yes, it will. So to answer your question.
Great.
So again, welcome. I'm glad you're here for our session to stop hearing crickets on your Facebook page, and I'm going to share 3 strategies today so you can attract raving fans and customers to your Facebook fan page without a penny of paid advertising. And again, I want to thank you for taking the time to be here. I know that you're all busy. We are authors, our coaches, our consultants are running small businesses, and some of us are doing other full-time jobs on the side. So the fact that you are taking this time to come and learn with us and play, I want this to be a little bit fun too. Again, I want to thank you for taking this time. So let us jump in. This webinar is going to be for you if you launched a Facebook fan page a while ago and feel confused, or that you don't have a clue how to make it work, or you're tired of feeling left behind as others develop active, engaged, and profitable Facebook fan pages. You're a little scared because you want to invest in Facebook paid advertising, but fear it will fall flat and result in flushing more money down the drain. I do want to put a little bit of a disclaimer here. I am not against Facebook paid advertising. I know it's very effective. There are so many wonderful, knowledgeable people out there that I know Tom knows too. They're his colleagues that engage in paid Facebook marketing strategies that work wonders. I do not take away from that. And I will get into my story in a moment, but when I launched my page and had just invested money in self-publishing my book, I decided to go about setting up my page and trying to implement strategies that wouldn't involve me spending money, and it was kind of a test, and so far it's been working well. But even I down the line will be engaging in paid Facebook marketing strategies. So this webinar is also for you if you've been struggling with getting more page likes and traffic forever, and you're just starting to wonder if low visibility is something you're just going to have to live with. And finally, if you are considering launching a Facebook fan page or just launched one, this is really perfect because, again, these strategies worked right at the very beginning from when I just launched my page last year. And again, this can work. You're here in perfect timing. So again, I want to thank you for coming. And whoops, I scrolled ahead. So let's go over what you're about to discover. You are about to discover the best free strategy to generate dozens of new likes for your Facebook fan page each and every week, and an effective and fun process to boost organic engagement and activity on your page, on your fan page. And organic engagement, the definition of that in Facebook is unpaid engagement, natural engagement without paying for promoting posts or other paid advertising. And you're going to learn how to drive new fans to your offers outside of Facebook, because we are not just creating Facebook fan pages to have people come and visit our pages and just interact with us there. We want some of those folks to become our customers, to buy our books, to explore other service offerings that we have. So we're going to learn how to drive fans that come to our page to offers outside of Facebook as well. So that will be one of the strategies. So let's talk about me a little bit. I'm just going to take a moment. As I mentioned, I self-published my first book. It got published September 17th, 2013. That's an image of me when the first copy of my very first book arrived, The Accidental Caregiver Survival Guide, Your Roadmap to Caregiving Without Regret. I'm not a selfie person, but I took a selfie that day just to share how happy I was to receive the book. And I know I have a bunch of authors that are participating in this. And when you have actually published your first piece of work, I know how exciting it is. So a few weeks after I released my book, I finally made the decision to launch a Facebook author fan page in October of 2013. Now, I have to say that I really resisted this. You know, I was not a Facebook fan for a long time, and I may be talking to other people who've not been Facebook fans. I actually launched my page back in 2009, my personal profile, and I just did that really to keep in touch with friends and family members who are far away. You know, I actually preferred other social media sites like LinkedIn because I tend to like the professional connections, especially being in the caregiving and health and human services professional world. So I really resisted Facebook, and then I even more resisted creating a fan page because I'm like, why do I want to have two pages to manage, my personal profile and a fan or a business page? Well, I decided in October of 2013, after hearing many other people talk about how useful they can be, I did launch. And I will get into the strategies in a minute, but I actually gained 1,000 fans in the first 100 days of launching my fan page without a penny of paid advertising. But it wasn't always easy, and as I said, Facebook was not my favorite social media site, and I preferred other platforms like LinkedIn. And when I first launched that page in October of 2013, and many of you may have had the same experience when you've launched your page, you invite your friends that you are connected with in your personal profile. And for me, less than 20% of my friends actually went forward and liked the page initially. And throughout the rest of the month of October, I felt like my page was kind of in the middle of the desert. My close friends and family came and liked the page, but I had very little activity. I was making posts on the page, but not much was happening. And again, it just felt like I was in this desert, or as I like to put it in the title of this webinar, that you could be hearing crickets on the fan page. That's what I felt was happening with me. So then I worked with a graphic designer. I have a wonderful graphic designer, so my page would stand out a bit more and be an authentic version of me. Because when you launch your fan page or have a fan page, you really want it to be a representation of you and your work. So I made sure that my book cover showed up there, The Accidental Caregiver Survival Guide, and I had a developed cover image developed that is positioning me as the Caregiving Without Regret expert. It's nice and captivating and really welcome people to the page. So that was the first step. But I still had very little initial activity on my page beyond my friends. And I started then studying how to advertise on Facebook. Wanted to, you know, there's all these things that you can promote posts or sponsor posts and have advertising campaigns. And this all was well and good, but I really feared wasting money at that point. I mean, I wasn't an expert. I didn't have a big following to get this out on Facebook. And I know other people were getting great results, but I was just so hesitant. But then on one Friday, I discovered something really amazing and decided to experiment and play. I found out about Fan Page Friday parties. And in the end of October, beginning of November, I attended my first one that I found, and I got 20 new likes in one day from people that had connected with me from that fan page party I attended. In addition to getting the likes, because as I'm going to talk about in a little while, fan page parties can be a bit like a like fest, and those of you that are part of Devora's book marketing challenge and participated in the fan page parties that we were hosting last week, you know, may have discovered that it was a lot of likes you could gain and a lot of likes you could give. But to learn more about the fan page party strategies, it actually goes much deeper than just likes. And one of the deeper things that happened, and some of you may have experienced, is I started receiving encouraging private messages from new fans because they liked what I had to share on my page. Many people have been involved in caregiving either currently or in the past or knew of someone, so people were actually sharing how meaningful they thought the work I was doing was, and that allowed me to start building those relationships. So not only did I gain the 20 new likes, I built relationships with several cool new people, and there is no dollar value you could really put on that. I mean, that was just so It was just so fun and enlightening that day. And then I was invited by some people who found me on the party that also host parties. So they invited me to participate in other parties. So the following Friday, I found several more fan page parties to attend, and it was really great, and things just grew from there. And then things really started to take off. From attending fan page parties each week during that first month, I actually tripled my likes. And more fans continued to leave me really encouraging messages of support. And then I even got messages from people that told me they went on and bought my book. And when I actually looked at my Amazon stats, my book sales actually went up as a result of those fan page party strategies. And I will let you know, and I'm not saying this as a means of bragging, that is not me, but in efforts that I made to get my book out, and this is my first book, I actually made 4 figures in sales within the first 10 days. And then after I engaged in the fan page strategies, I easily made another 4 figures in sales within the following few weeks after getting into these strategies. It really worked for me. So I decided a month later, after tripling my likes, that I would actually become a fan page party host. And in November, my first party was attended by 75 people, generated 45 new likes that day, and even more buyers. So again, as you can imagine, that was really intoxicating. So here's actually an image so you can see, those of you that are new to Facebook fan pages, or those of you that have had one for a while, you have something at the top of your page that you can get access to. It's called Insights. And when you go into Insights, you have the ability to to run insight statistics for weeks or months on your page. You can put in a start and an end date and actually get a snapshot of what your likes and your reach and your visits and all of those good things are. So I just want to show you here, and I know hopefully the image is big enough for you to see, but that how my likes steadily grew over those first 100 days, so that I actually reached 1,242 likes at that point at the 100-day mark. So it was really awesome. And the next thing I want to show, besides likes, this screen is actually from the Reach tab within your Insights. You can actually see the spikes of what this represents is how many people saw my post on those particular days. Now, the way Facebook actually shows you this is they have one color for organic, which is unpaid reach of your posts, and they have a brighter orange color to represent paid. Now you can see there is no paid statistics on my page because I've engaged in no paid advertising. So during this particular month, 100-day stretch that I'm actually showing you, and this is before, actually a lot of it is before I actually even reached 1,000 likes on my fan page, I was getting reach organically, naturally, of 1,000 or more people each and every Friday. And the corresponding, this flat part of the bar graph at the beginning is in October, when I was just attending parties. But when I started hosting parties on Fridays, my reach was reaching ever increasing amounts, again, all for free. And the other effect that took place is on corresponding days in between Fan Page Fridays, my other posts actually had increased reach too. And I'm wondering, Tom, is all of that clear? If you could just tell me, or if there are any points of clarification coming in on the chat. I just want to make sure that's understood and I'm not confusing anyone.
Yeah, everyone, I'm looking at the chats here, and there have been some questions that have come up that we'll address in a little bit, but I think everyone's clear on this. Now, somebody did make a comment before that, because of some of the changes with Facebook, that the reach has gone down, but I did mention in the chat that you've seen that, but your engagement has actually remained the same, so or even gone up.
Yes.
So it's not just, so even though the reach has actually changed a little bit, it's like it's getting in front of more of the right people because you're getting a better percentage of response on your, or engagement on your page. That might be something you want to talk about a little bit, but I think this is really clear that you can see the spikes, and these correspond to the fan page parties. So it's perfect.
Yes, and that is a very accurate point. As Facebook has changed their strategies and algorithms, natural reach from posts have gone down. But one of the things that I find from people who are engaging in the fan page party strategies is that while the reach may have dropped a little bit, you're still getting tons of engagement and tons of reach, and it's very effective. And I still get these huge spikes on Fridays, and actually on posts that take place prior to Friday, and I'm going to go through that a little later in the session. So that's a really great and valid point that was brought up. So thank you.
Yeah.
So as you can see, I just want to share that it wasn't always easy, and considering my background, because again, I have played more professionally. I'm just to share a little personally here. I'm a Gemini, so I have a very serious twin, and I have a very fun and quirky twin. So my serious twin on the professional side really is much more comfortable being in professional social media network like LinkedIn and interacting and talking about topics that are very, very focused in specific areas having to do with healthcare issues and caregiving in general. So I never thought that I would be using Facebook as a means to attract prospects and clients and just wonderful connections, to my fan page to get to know more about me. But it really did. It has worked, and I've made some amazing connections. And the important thing I want to close my personal story with is that you can do this too with the right help. You can absolutely do this, and you'll get a lot of support through fan page parties. So let's get into those juicy fan page party strategies. So what do you think, Tom? Are we ready to get juicy?
Yeah, I think we're ready. One thing a question came up, so maybe you can explain this just so that there's good basis before we move on, and that's when we're talking about reach versus engagement, what's the difference, if you want to explain that for Chuck?
Sure, absolutely. So reach is actually a statistic within engagement. So there are post-reach, the way engagement is actually calculated on Facebook it's a combination of views, likes, and shares. Okay, those are the three aspects that add to increasing engagement on Facebook. So it's views, likes, and shares, those three things.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Great question, thank you. So the first strategy is to attend fan page parties, but don't just attend them, make an impression. Okay, so we want to attend fan page parties and make an impression. So most Facebook fan page parties are held on Fridays. That tends to be, which is why they're known as Facebook fan page Friday parties, but some people want to have them on other days, or many of them, including mine, will run through the weekend. The reason I like that, and I've seen this from other people, is, we all come from different parts of the world. There's different time zones. So Friday for me may actually be Saturday for my good friends in Australia or New Zealand or other, great parts of the world. So I actually tend to launch my parties on Thursday night in my time zone. So my good friends across the, way out yonder, down under, could get involved in the fan page parties early. I've seen that strategy from other people. So one of the things for you to start with is find a few Facebook fan page parties to join tomorrow, this coming Friday, or whatever Friday that is available to you, and start posting and interacting. I host one every week. That's my author page, facebook.com/author A. Michael Bloom. And then I've posted two other of my favorite fan page Friday parties right here that are hosted by two great people that I've gotten to know by attending. We attend one another's parties. The first is facebook.com/social catapult. That is run by Vanessa Lewis. She's actually, I believe, from the UK. And one of the things I love about Vanessa is she's a really hot ticket. And to tell you about things that, when you launch your fan page, there are two things I know about Vanessa besides the fact that I know she's a great business owner. She's a cat lover, and she's a wine connoisseur. And those are actually two of my favorite things. I have a feline friend, and I love to drink wine. And I often will sip wine at the end of my Friday and fan page Friday party, because the beautiful thing about fan page parties is that you could be anywhere at any time doing anything, and as long as you hop on to a smartphone or a tablet or your laptop, you can easily start to participate, and nobody sees you. So you can even be in your PJs engaging in the party, so and have fun. But I love that.
The wine actually explains a lot about your later in the day posts. So thanks.
That's good to know. And sometimes over the weekend too. So they can explain Vanessa's post too. So she's really hot with that. She has And she posts images of cool cats too. So the other thing I wanted to share, the other one, classic marketing strategy, that was actually the first fan page party I attended where I gauged the 20 likes. The guy who owns Classic Marketing Strategy is actually, his name is Michael Fox, and he's been doing these Facebook fan page parties for a while. He's an all-around great guy. His wife actually comes on the parties and actually helps welcome people at times. They're just great people. Now, both Vanessa Lewis and Michael Fox on those two pages, they both have more likes on their pages than me. They've been engaging in this strategy for longer, and they've really built some really nice followings and great businesses. So again, you could start going to those 3 pages even as soon as the next Friday, which is tomorrow. You will start, again, building your likes just from attending those. The other thing is you want to make an impression when you go to the party. So each party host posts rules. Most of those rules are really standard. But the thing is you want to follow the rules and add a little pizzazz. So you'll see where the host posts their party image on Friday, there will be attendance rules in the image description that goes with that post. And like I said, most of the rules are standard, and they can include liking or sharing the party host image from your personal profile. And the reason it's from your personal profile, Facebook only counts likes in your like count on your fan page from personal profiles. And reach and the engagement that the person commented on that made that comment about engagement only counts from likes, shares, and views from personal profiles. So that's why Party Host asks for those personal profile likes, and if you start doing parties, you want to do the same. You want to make a brief post in the comment thread of the Party Host page image that includes a brief description of your fan page along with the direct page link to your fan page. And the other thing you want to do is make the post welcoming. Make the post welcoming. It will help you stick out. One of the things I love to see when people post links to their pages is that they make a statement somewhere in there that they really enjoy meeting new people and that they will return the likes of the people who like their pages. I do that myself when I post, because as much as possible, unless I accidentally miss someone, I will return the likes of everyone that likes my page. So you want to make it welcoming in your words and what you're comfortable with. The third way to do this is to visit other pages that are shared in the comment thread and like those that resonate with you. You don't need to like all the pages. In fact, in some of these parties, there could be 400 comments in the thread with a bunch of pages. Those of you that participated in the Book Marketing Challenge fan page party, which took place last Friday, there were tons and tons of people liking, and I know some people were feeling very overwhelmed because it took a long time to go through them all. That was a little different because we are all participating in a program together, a wonderful program that Devora put together, and we want to help and encourage and like one another. Normally when you attend fan page parties, you would not necessarily go to all the pages. You would pick and choose which ones you want to go to, like that resonate with you, and make those connections. But just remember, the more you do, the more return likes you're going to gain on your own page, and the more opportunity you will have to build relationships. So while it's true you don't need to spend a lot of time on Fridays doing this, the more time you engage, especially in the beginning, and spend that time, you will get the return. So the next part of this, of the building pizzazz, again, is to build relationships beyond the likes. So here are some ways to do that. Send a private message expressing gratitude for the new like you've received, and ask about that person's business or life or something in general. You know, we are not, when we first connect with people, it's not about selling our book, our product, or our service. It's about forming the connection. Express gratitude for the like and ask about them. You know, for those of us that are coaches, we know how powerful that can be. So make sure also to reply promptly with any messages you receive from new fans who engage you first. Do not try to sell during these initial messages, okay? It's so important to do that. Don't try to sell. That can be a real turnoff. You are, it is about focusing on cultivating your new relationships so they want to return in the future, engage with you further. Okay, so again, that's key. Let me give you a real example that didn't happen this past Friday, but actually happened the week before. I just took this message thread. I got a private message from a new visitor that liked my page, a new fan, that said, I really like what your page offers. I lost someone a year ago, and I was one of his primary caretakers. It was awful. I wish I knew about you then. In my reply in this private message was, thank you. I'm so very sorry to hear about your loss. I'm sure he was blessed to have your support. And then her response to me was, thank you. He, my brother, is very much on my mind right now. I would love to stay in touch, and we'll share your page and book with others. Have a nice weekend. And our dialogue went a little more deeply than that. I didn't want to share more of that here because it got kind of really personal. But I get messages like this, similar to this, each and every week, and am able to go deeper. Now, this particular person said that she was going to go ahead and share the page with my book right away. Not everybody does that, but again, it's about building the connection. And really, the power of the Fan Page Fridays is not just in the likes that you gain, it's in the deepening of the relationships with a subset of those people that like your page, that you take it further. How's that landing, Tom? Is that sounding good?
Yeah, it's sounding good. And you know, I'm love that you're talking about going beyond the likes as well, because you can see when you're engaging with people where this can go. And I think people are thinking, wow, you know, it's just all about the numbers, but it's really about the relationships. And if you take time to cultivate some of those relationships, you don't need, you know, tens of thousands of fans to really start getting some traction and getting people to support you and what you're up to with your business, and then of course to support others with theirs as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you. Real quick too, could you clarify, just because a couple people did ask, when you said to post from your personal profile, I know that you need to make a post or a like from your personal profile, which you can see when you're going in there and you're liking someone's page or making a comment. It says, you can look at the top and it'll say that you're posting from your personal versus your business.
Yeah.
But could you clarify that just real quick?
Sure. So the personal profile is what you have when you first established a Facebook account in the very beginning. That's your personal profile. So I, Michael Bloom, have a personal profile on Facebook. That's me personally, okay, Michael Bloom. When you create your author fan page or business page, that is your fan page. So my fan page is author A. Michael Bloom. So what I'm saying is, when I go and like other pages or list my fan page link in the comment thread of the other parties that I attend, I make the post from me as Michael Bloom personally. I make that post, I comment as Michael Bloom, but I put a link for people to come and go to my fan page to like that page, not to friend me. The difference of doing this and why you want to have a fan page is unlimited amounts of people can like your page. And there's so many more things you could do from a business. And eventually, if you decide to go into paid advertising strategies, and I said there's lots of wonderful ones out there, you have a lot more flexibility with a fan page, okay? If you just have a personal profile that people are coming to, you either need to add them as a friend, they need to connect with you as a friend, or they follow you. But it's not, again, many people don't want to build connections with strangers on their personal profile. They would want people they don't know that well to come and actually become a fan on their author fan page. Does that make sense, Tom?
Yeah, it does. In fact, Linda said, my page is a business and I prefer not to have a personal one. Will this work at all? Or am I committing Facebook suicide? How do I move traffic to a business page? So I think, well, you go ahead and answer that.
Yeah. So what I would say is, if the page, the profile you originally created with Facebook is that, I would, if I were you, convert that, change the name and convert it to a personal profile. You don't have to have friends. You don't have to have a lot of friends. And the people that are already connected with you there, invite them to your new fan page that you create. I waited for 4 years to do that. I had a personal profile for 4 years before I decided to engage in this strategy of creating my fan page, and now I wish I had done it sooner, honestly. Great. So, okay, so that's cool. What I would say. Even if you did not, I'm going to share, I told you this is about 3 strategies that I'm going to share with you today. And I know within this first strategy, I've given you like a lot of sub-strategies or tips, so each one comes with richness in it. If you did nothing else but this first strategy of attending fan page parties and building relationships and connections and going deeper, it will work wonders for you. alone, okay? I just want to share my graphic designer who developed my images. His name is Pedro Giesta from Local Kid Productions, and I have his fan page listed there. His wife, Beth, also, she actually helps him with social media because he's a graphic designer, but he really doesn't like to play in social media, and especially in Facebook. But his wife is very social, so she loves it. But several months ago, I actually shared with them the tips and strategies that actually became the framework for me to develop the system I'm going to share with you on how to go about this. They do not yet host parties, they attend them. And they shared the message that after having our business for about a year, we decided to create a business page for Facebook. At first, we had quite a bit of our friends support us with likes, very similar to what I told you about me. And it got to about 200, but after that, our likes came to a halt. So back in January, our friend Michael Bloom suggested we should start participating in Fan Page Friday parties and experiment for ourselves. And after following his system that includes scripts and posting strategies, Local Kid Productions was able to more than triple its likes in just under 4 months. We made connections with other businesses on Facebook, some of which are perfect client prospects. All of this was achieved without any paid advertising and just from attending other fan page parties, including Michael's. Soon they're going to start hosting their own, and they look forward to quickly achieving 1,000 plus raving fans. They are just shy of 700 now, just so you know. So again, they recommend checking out and implementing the strategies I'm sharing today. So I just wanted to share that attending parties and really making yourself known is really key, a key success alone. So I just want to say too, Fan Page Friday parties are a weekly virtual networking event to participate in when it's convenient for you. I don't know how many of you have attended a local chamber of commerce event or a BNI event. Or others where you go to a live networking event or a networking cocktail hour. You go to a live event, there could be 50, 100 people in the room. So when you see those 50 or 100 people, and especially if you're introverted, I doubt you meet everyone, but maybe there's a segment of them, 20 or 25 people you get to pass your business cards out to, and then maybe there's 2, 3, 4 people you have a really in-depth conversation with, decide to maybe get together for coffee afterwards or chat more later. Facebook fan page parties work the same way in a virtual setting. I like to view it as a networking event in that you will get lots of likes. Many of those likes are just a virtual handshake. You may never interact with some of those people again, and that's okay. Some of the others you will get to know at a more deeper level because you're going to deepen those relationships because it's all about the relationship building. And you have those opportunities each and every week from the comfort of your own home, from your beach chair, or from wherever you may be, to actually engage in those connections, in those relationship building. So really, this strategy is so powerful and so I think easy to do and doesn't have to take a lot of time, and you can do it when you're available. So I encourage you, even if you do nothing else that I suggest in this webinar, just try participating in fan page parties and make new connections. I tell you, just even making a couple of connections that are worth it or become your paying clients or customers down the line is golden. And after you get comfortable with attending, then you're going to be ready to implement the next strategy. So let's go to strategy number 2, which has become a rocking fan page party host. Whoops. So the first stage to becoming a rocking fan page party host is to design a captivating image. So I shared my good friend from Local Kid Productions. I actually had him develop this. I wanted a fan page party image that was representative of me. I am a chocoholic. I bring chocolate to every live event that I do, and just so you know, because of the success I'm having in my business, I have 5 live paid speaking engagements this month. So I've been going through lots of chocolate and loving it. But for the people who go and come to my Fan Page Friday parties, I want them to get my virtual chocolate. So he developed a virtual chocolate bar image. And this same image gets posted each and every week, except I did have a special image around the holidays last year in recognition of the holiday season. But this Fan Page Friday chocolate bar is easily recognizable by others. So you want to design something that's representative of you and your business, whatever that might be.
I love bringing in the chocolate. We're learning more about you here. The cats, wine, and chocolate, and that's all, right?
Cats, wine, and chocolate. Yeah. I don't want any more cats, though. One's enough for me. But you could send me all the wine and chocolate you want. So
sounds good.
All right, all right. So you also want to interact with your guests that come to the party. Acknowledge the people who attend your party. Okay. One of the things that I try to do, and I'm having a more difficult time now because more and more people are coming to my party and it does take time, I try to give a private reply to everybody who makes a comment on my fan page party. I was hosting two parties last Friday because I was also hosting Devora. Between the two parties, I think there were over 600 pages listed on the two parties. It was hard for me to get to everyone, but I try my best because I really want to thank people for coming and develop that relationship. But at the very least, you must reply to all private messages that you receive on your fan page.
Mm-hmm.
Those people really want to make that connection with you. And just so you know, these private messages can appear in two places on your fan page. They can be in your inbox, and on your fan page, your inbox is actually all the way at the top of your screen above the insights. You will see your messages. You'll get notifications, or some people actually make a post directly on your fan page wall. So you really want to respond to all of those posts. And again, not to sell, to build the relationships. Don't try to be salesy initially. That's a turnoff. As people get to know you better, they're going to naturally want to engage you and get your book or get your product or get your service or get your other offering. So I just want to share, again, this happened 2 weeks ago from a recent private message I got from a party attendee on my page. And she wrote, I'm a caregiver to my husband. It's been a very rocky road, but our love has never diminished. In fact, it's only grown stronger. I'm going to buy your book and look forward to connecting on our pages. Now, this doesn't happen constantly for me, but this is just a wonderful example of the power of hosting a party. This particular woman liked my page and went on to buy my book on Amazon. And so there was more to our message thread that took place, but again, due to privacy, I don't want to share people's private discussion without, it just gets too revealing. So I want to honor confidentiality as a coach. But again, this is just, I can't tell you how pleased I am, how much I love Fridays now. I love every day of the week. I love Mondays because I just love doing the work I do. But Fridays are just extra special because I know each and every Friday I'm going to have the ability to touch caregivers in some way, and it's just so heartwarming. Eventually, as you get expert at running your parties, they're going to mainly run themselves. Basically, I post my images late on Thursday night Eastern time. My party image gets launched because, like I said, I want the people in other parts of the world who are getting up in the morning or already in Friday, even though it's Thursday here, to be able to start to attend and play in my party. I post the instructions. The first few people that come and enter their comments, and I have some of the same party goers each week. I welcome them. Then I go to sleep, and when I wake up in the morning, I have 40 or 50 comments already on the of people who've attended the party, and it just continues to grow from there throughout the day. So all I have to do really is check in at a few points throughout the day and over the weekend and look at who I'm engaging with in those comments. I don't have to be on all day. But of course, the more you're on and the more that you take the time to engage, the more payoff you will get in return. And for those of you that may be new to this, you may find, like me, that when I first started doing this, it's almost like addictive. I feel like I have a little, I have a non-pharmaceutical drug each week, which is these fan page parties, because I get to meet these new fabulous people. So I like spending time on Fridays, and I try to keep my day mainly open so I can spend time in the parties. Great way to end the week.
Yep.
So let's go into the final strategy, which is after party posts drive fans to take action. So there are things that you can do after a fan page party. There are after party tips that I can give to you. One is post valuable content. Make at least one fan page post per day the rest of the week. You don't have to go crazy. One post per day is great. Images are really captivating. Especially your photos can drive post reach. Now, again, the posts that you make the rest of the week are not going to be as high as the fan page party posts that you make because, again, as somebody mentioned earlier, our organic reach posts, our unpaid posts, are not reaching as many people now due to Facebook, but you will still reach people. So it's important to put those posts out there. And also, when people come and to your page on Fridays, it's nice if they explore that they see that you have some valuable content. I want to share a great free resource that's out there for those that don't know. PicMonkey.com A lot of my images that go on my page are actually photos that I've taken myself. I try to snap photos in nature when I'm out. I don't want to take other people's copyrighted photos. If you take your own photo, this is a great trick. You're not going to infringe on anybody else's copyrights, and you can use your own photos, put them, upload to PicMonkey.com for free, and add text or other aspects to your photos all for free, and then post them on Facebook. So again, that's just a really great tip I want to share for you for content. Images are really powerful, especially your photos. And then encourage engagement. Ask for likes and comment sharing on posts. Show that you care. This last strategy that I'm giving you here for valuable content, do not overuse it. But one of the things you could put, let's say you put an image, let's say you take an image of your mother or your grandmother or a child. You know, you can put an image, like if you love a grandson, like if you love a grandmother, like if you love, put an image of chocolate, like if you love chocolate, like if you love wine. Those types of things tend to get people to like, and again, they're natural ways to engage engagement and have fun on your page in other ways besides just the content you post. So again, it will drive some more reach on your page. The other big tip for the after party strategy, and this is the most powerful tip I'm going to give you for what you can do in between, you have the ability on your fan page to pin a post. So any post that you make on your fan page, you're going to see at the top there's this like little yellow ribbon at the top right hand corner of the image of that post. So what I do is on Thursdays, I make a post that is a call to action of some sort. Okay, on this particular Thursday, back on April 18th, on an upcoming weekend on April 27th, I host a monthly Caregiving Power Hour teleseminar for the caregivers that follow me. It's actually free for caregivers. I want people to come and sign up to attend that Caregiving Power Hour. It gets them on my email list. It gets them to engage with me further. I make this post on a Thursday before and pin it to the top. So when people come to my page during Fan Page Party Fridays, they will see the post. If they explore, they may attend if it's enticing to them, opt in if it's enticing to them. You can do this with any call to action you might have, a freebie that you're offering, a free report, or free access to some book chapters. You know, I know those of you in the book marketing challenge this week, one of the tips, you know, that was given this week of a strategy was to come up with a free opt-in or, you know, giveaway. This is the perfect time to post a call to action to that giveaway, is to make the post on Thursday, pin it to the top, so the visitors that come to visit you on Fan Page Friday will see it. The great thing about this is actually the reach, the engagement will be higher on your Thursday post than any other post during the week because of all the traffic you're going to get on Friday. Does that make sense, Tom?
Yes, it does. And
Okay.
I just posted a comment here too that I want everyone to. I hope everyone's really paying attention to. You're giving so much information that yeah, you're talking about the fan page party, but you're talking about exactly how you've been using this for your business. And this and other strategies. So if people are really, I hope they're really paying attention and following how you've been using these strategies to engage with people and to, you've already talked about how you've made book sales and, you're getting speaking engagements and other things from this. So just really think this is great that you've put this in this kind of a context, because it's not just learning about fan pages, it's also learning about, getting your business going. So really, really good.
Thank you. And that's what this is all about. I mean, this is just a strategy, a marketing strategy, so that we can all get more, we can touch more people, reach more people. So like if we reach more perfect prospects that could become clients or buyers of our services.
Yeah.
That's what the name of the game is. Yeah.
Real quick, we need to clarify something too, because there have been a couple people that have asked this question. I want to make sure that people have this in the right context. But there's the one confusion I think people are having is a fan page party they're asking, is it a separate tab or something else? I just want you to explain how it's actually just a kind of an informal event that people attend and allow people to come in. And what's great about it is that when you go to somebody, let's say there's a kind of a bigger name, like last week one of the big Facebook marketers was hosting a party. And so there's an opportunity for you to go to someone who's engaging thousands and thousands of people. And she's basically saying, hey, it's okay to come here today and mention your business and go ahead and like other people that you see that you resonate with. Put your page out there and allow people to like it as well. So could you just clarify how this isn't just a tab or something like that?
Yeah, it's not a tab, it's a post. So like any post that you would make on your page or you would see on a page. So basically what happens on Fridays, if you visit different pages of those of us that know, I know Tom likes to refer to this as the underground strategy. It is a Facebook underground strategy, okay? Some of us have known about this and gotten acquainted. I want to spread the word and share it with all of you so that you know that basically if you come to my page on Friday, you will find that virtual chocolate image as the post. It's going to be the second post on my page that you'll see because I will likely pin this call to action post of some sort to be the first post you see. But for others, they may pin this party image at the top. It's just a regular post. It's an image that's a post. All you do is enter your fan page address link in the comment thread along with a welcoming statement that encourages people to come to check out your page and make a connection with you. That's all it is. There's no separate tab. It's just a regular post.
Yep.
So.
And just finding the people that are hosting the parties, and you'll talk about that a little bit later.
I am, absolutely.
Perfect.
So we've already talked about my results a little bit. I don't, again, I'm saying this, I have so much gratitude for everything that's been happening. I put a lot of effort into everything that I do, and I know that it's coming back and paying off, but none of it happens without the great people that I'm meeting. And I just want to say I've been guest blogging on a number of other wonderful blog sites from many connections that I've made through the fan page parties that have invited me to guest blog because they like the topic I talk about. I've had over a dozen interviews on radio and via the web. I've actually had a few TV interviews as well that have come about. The TV interviews were not from Facebook fan page parties, but many of my interviews on Blog Talk Radio or others have come as a result of the connections I've made on Fan Page Fridays, and I've had hundreds of book buyers that have actually come. I know from people spreading the word from Fan Page Fridays and paid speaking engagements, and I actually signed one high-end caregiver coaching client that I have worked with one-on-one as a result of a fan page party connection. My advertising costs have been zero. The only cost I had,
nada,
zilch. The only cost I've had was creating the party image that I gladly paid my graphic designer to do. But you can get your own party image created. You could do it yourself if you know, or you could go to Fiverr, or you could go anywhere, and you can get your own party image when you're ready to host a party.
Yeah, and just to clarify too, the first step is just to attend. Don't worry about creating your own party yet. Yeah, you can start getting involved, getting engaged, and doing that. I've been attending. I haven't done my own party yet. I'm still, getting my feet wet with this and learning more from Michael and everything. So.
Yeah. So we have covered quite a bit of ground here, I think. And again, the three strategies are attend fan page parties and make an impression. It's your opportunity to attend a weekly virtual networking event. It's the way I look at it, and you will just meet. Each week you're going to meet some wonderful people, and you may meet some people you don't really want to connect with, and that's fine too. That's how it is in the world. In general, it's no different in the virtual environment. Do that for a while. Just engage in strategy one as you get to understand this, get your lay of the land, get yourself some likes, and when you're ready, then become a rocking fan page party host, and then you will even take it to the next level. Because even I had shared before, Local Kid Productions, they've just been attending parties for the last 4 months. And they've actually gone from around 200 likes to now almost 700 likes. They have not been hosting parties, so you can get a lot of action just from that. And then the after party post strategies, it's really about driving fans to take action, because the bottom line of all of this, we are not just creating a like fest. This is not just a ladder to like one another's pages. The real goal of all of this is to get the people who come to your page to get to know more about you and have the opportunity to take action to an awesome offering that you're giving, that they'll leave Facebook and then do something with you a little bit further. So Tom and I want the same results for you, and there's no reason why you can't have them. And it's time to build your own success story with what I'm now calling a proven system, which is the fan page party success system that I've actually put together with Tom. And the reason I wanted to partner with Tom, as he said, is I have been a student of his program, and I know Tom is really expert at putting together, great info products and programs. This is his area of expertise, not mine. And I wanted to partner with somebody who could take these ideas that I have and help us deliver an outstanding success system product that's easily accessible to you. So I'm excited to share it with you today. It's not your typical program. Many other programs you get involved in, and the person that's leading the program says, don't share anything about your business on the page. This is not about selling and all of this stuff. Well, this is different. When you become a member of the FanPage Party Success System, I want you to share and pitch your business while you're having fun. We are going to be there to support one another. I believe there's power in numbers. And the results that I've achieved on my own through the FanPage Party strategies with the new members of the FanPage Party Success System, I think that we can have exponential reach through these strategies, and that together we will just do rocking things in our businesses and have fun while we're at it, with wine, chocolate, or non-alcoholic beverages. So here's how it's going to work.
I think wine should be mandatory. Wine or something.
All right. Well, that's good. That's great. Like I said, I'm all in favor of the wine, and if you all love it and you have great celebrations, I'll give you a mailing address. You can ship me bottles of wine, so that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'll do brownies here. I like that.
Yeah, we could do that. So here's how it works. There's 3 core modules of the program that align with the strategies, okay? And with each module, I have made tutorial videos, training videos, and there are PDFs of scripts that you can use and customize to put in your own language, because it's about your language, your authenticity, your business to reach the people you're meant to reach. You will get everything that you need to be successful in your comfort zone and in the time you need to learn how to attend parties, become a rocking party host, and all the after party strategies that you need. As soon as you become a member of the FanPage Party Success System, you will have instant access to all that has been developed so far. You will also have access to find the best parties that are out there that I'm aware of. I shared 3 today earlier in this presentation. I actually know of over 24 FanPage parties, and I have a Party Central list that I can't wait to share with the members of the new FanPage Party Success System. And the other thing I want to share is, once you become a party host, you will get added to the Party Central list, so it's easy for the members of the FanPage Party Success System to find your page and join your party so we can party together.
Yeah, that real quick, I just want to pause here because someone was asking, how do you advertise a Facebook party? And really, it's just going to other parties and getting involved and getting people back to your place. But what Michael has put together here with the FanPage Party Success System is he is put together a list of the biggest parties that he's aware of so that you can join those parties. But also, we're going to add, if any of you join, once you join the FanPage Party Success System, we will add your page to the list so that other people who are in the program will find you and be able to get you there. So it's another way to start getting out there, because this is all about, you'll see as he's unveiling this, that this is about not just teaching the information but also getting you involved and then supporting you guys so that there's actually a collaboration, so we're all supporting each other in spreading the word for our fan pages.
Absolutely, absolutely. And some of you that become members may find other parties that I'm not even aware of, and we definitely want to add those to the list too, because again, the more parties we are aware of and get to know and even share parties, we're just going to increase all of our success. We all want to be more successful, and I really think this could be a key way to do that.
Yep.
Just to further answer that person's question though, you are free, and I've noticed some of the bigger players will pay to, actually Vanessa, who I mentioned, Vanessa from Social Catapult, occasionally she pays to promote the post of her fan page party to reach more people. There's no reason why you can't do that. You could pay, but the idea with this is to try to do this for free as much as possible, but there's no reason why it cannot be integrated with a paid marketing strategy, and we could certainly explore that later as time goes on. So I just want to make sure that you know about the special bonuses that are there, because this program is going to give you direct live support from me. So I have created a private Facebook group where, again, you could freely promote your page. We're going to keep the Party Central list accessible from that page, so as we add parties, you'll always be able to find the list while you're on Facebook and there, so it's easily accessible to you. And eventually, we have these 3 modules to begin with. I'm committed to adding other information and tutorials to the program, because really I'm going to learn more as we play and party together as we move forward. And I think that we could actually do combined campaigns to share one another's pages, and like I said, exponentially reach a whole bunch more people that are not aware now. So I just see so much benefit. Plus the fact you can get support from one another in the group, maybe even make some great joint venture connections, because I know that the people who signed up to participate in this webinar are some really brilliant people with special, either books or products or services that need to reach more people. And who better to help you do that than those of us that are fellow members of the FanPage Party Success System? We could do this together. The other thing that will happen is that I'm going to offer Friday Party Lab Days, because I'm pretty much playing FanPage parties every Friday. So I'm going to offer live jam sessions just like this that you're on right now, and to get your questions answered, and we're going to party together live. People who are in the program will get notified as to when those sessions are, and you can sign up for them as you can attend. That's convenient for you at times. I'm going to try to stagger times that they're available on different Fridays to accommodate people from different parts of the world, but every one of those Party Lab Day jam sessions that are done will be recorded, and the replays will be available in the membership site for the FanPage Party Success System, so you can access them on demand. You will never miss a thing. So, and I can't even tell you how much that would be worth in and of itself, because I could just imagine the power that will come from those questions.
Yep.
So let's get into what you think this could, what this will cost. Now, I talked to Tom about this, and I think this could, and Tom would say too, could easily be a $297 buy-in initially, or even $197. I know many of you are engaged in other things in the Book Marketing Challenge. I really want to make this a no-brainer entrance fee, and especially reward those of you that are here now listening to this as we're launching the FanPage Party Success System. I'm so excited about it. It can be yours today for just $97. And you can learn more about the program by going to fanpageparty.com. If you want, Tom, you could actually type that in as a sticky note too.
Already did.
Oh, perfect. All right, that's great.
Oh yeah, I didn't make it sticky though. I have to do that.
Yeah, okay. So at fanpageparty.com, it should be, so Tom probably put it into the chat.
Yep.
And you just go there, get you the information. There's no risk. You can try this out for 30 days. I don't want you to feel there's any risk. There's a no-risk guarantee. This one-time fee is going to access everything, including future updates, future live party days, the private Facebook group. I can tell you right now, this price is going to go up soon. We don't know when, because I know people are going to want to jump in. So my thought is, if this in any way interests you or thinking about trying it out, jump in as soon as possible. And I just want to add an extra special offer for people who jump in today, a quick action bonus. I want to make sure that for Friday, May 23rd, that you're ready to rock in attending FanPage Party. So I'm going to host a live On Your Mark Party Jam, and we're changing this a little bit. It's not just for people who enroll by the end of the webinar, but I got some messages from people that could not attend this live that I know will be listening to it just after the webinar replay page goes live. So we are actually extending the deadline to Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. If you register as a member of the FanPage Party Success System, you will get a message to be able to register for this private Party On Your Mark Party Jam. And this replay will not be available in the members site, but you who, even if you register by Saturday at 9 p.m., you will get to attend this session live, and if you can't, you will get a private message with a private link to the replay page, even if you cannot attend live. So we're going to go over steps that I usually do on Thursday nights to get prepared for the party on Friday and answer any of your questions so you can rock it out of the park on your party experience on Friday the 23rd.
Yeah. this is such a cool way to actually get some information, but then implement it immediately. And the content's already done. So what Michael was doing is he was recording basically, you know, a view over his shoulder as he's. The concept in itself is simple, but then there are all the little details to doing it. How do you make the post? What's the, you know, how should you script your comments? How often should you be making comments? Who should there are some details here, and this is what he laid out in his system. So he went through every step on what to do before you host your own party. So you're just attending parties, and then exactly what to do for hosting your party, and then what do you do after the parties. And he's put these together in really good videos that we put up on the program. So when you sign up for the FanPage Party Success System, you're going to get access to those immediately. But the great bonus is that having the time with him next was at a week from today, next Thursday, and even if you can't make it live, being able to catch up with what other people have done, just having him implement this. I don't think there's any program or anything out there on FanPage parties, and that's why I was so excited to do this with Michael, because it's like these people are out there doing it. I mean, some of the biggest names, you know, Mari Smith hosts FanPage parties, and hardly anyone knows about this though. I mean, people are attending them, but they don't know how to get their own parties going. They don't really know how to get people over to there. You know, I've noticed people said, well, they've attended some, but they didn't get any engagement or likes, and that's exactly what Michael has been doing and is going to teach people through the system. So he goes through every detail, at least what he's learned so far, and then is willing to learn from you guys to expand on it too. So Linda asks, is this a one-time fee or monthly? This is one time. You pay $97. Our target price on this is $300 or possibly more, but $300 is our target price right now. It's $97 right now. We're going up on the price at some point. We haven't discussed. We haven't sat down and figured out when. But you know, right now it's $97, one time, one payment. That's it. So Linda, that's all you're going to pay forever, and you have lifetime access to this. And anytime Michael is hosting his, what are you calling again?
I'm calling them Party Lab sessions.
Lab session, yes.
Yeah, so we're going to get live in the lab and on Fridays themselves. And, and just so you know, if you go ahead and make the purchase at fanpageparty.com and you register, there's a couple little things in addition you're going to do. It's going to take you to a thank you page. And on that thank you page, it's going to ask you to enter your name and email address again. The reason for that is that list is going to be where I send the email notifications for you to sign up for the lab party sessions that you can participate on the Fridays that will be offered at various times. Now, all of those sessions will be available on replay in the member site if you cannot attend live. But if you want to attend live, I will also be posting when the sessions are held and the times within our private Facebook group for the FanPage Party Success System, so you will be notified. But I want to make sure you're on the list so you get this. We, just in full disclosure, because Tom and I are combining forces on this and we're kind of managing from two separate people and businesses, we need to make sure he has the shopping cart, but I want to make sure that people get on the notification list, because this is going to be my communication going forward to make sure that you get all the information you need to fully get what you need through the FanPage Party Success System.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I wanted to give a quick shout out to Mary and Astrid, just two that I see that joined up already. So I want to thank you two for jumping on board, and can't wait to hear what you have to say when you're there with Michael and he's walking you through this. And you should already have access to all of the training, so you should be sure to look for an email in your inbox that is going to have a link so that you can sign up. Just put your user identification in there and you'll be all set up. So you'll be able to dig into that content as soon as we're done here. So I want to thank you two for ordering so far, and anybody else who will get on there, you're guaranteed the call with Michael next Thursday. And we're recording. That's the early bird bonus. But regardless, you're going to get access to all the training. So I want to thank you guys for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it'd be great. So again, I really think through the FanPage Party Success System, and I'm willing to answer questions here as we come up to, or questions about anything that I've shared today, that we, again, those that participate as members of the program, that we're going to be able to have such powerful information to share within the Facebook group, other tutorials on the Party Lab days, and we can work together to really maximize one another's success, because the more people that we have the ability to reach through this, we can actually overcome some of the limitations that are coming from Facebook's decreasing reach or engagement that's happening with these natural posts that we make. We together will actually be part of a bigger movement that to help this grow. And I'm committed to learning new ways to make this even stronger. So like I said, this is what is for me now, and I hope that people have gotten a lot of value out of what has been shared today. Like I said, this is my first time doing a webinar live like this and teaching, so I'm hoping this has been very informative for you, and you've gotten a lot. I think that you maybe have, so hopefully that's come about, and I would love to have you as a new member of the program. There is no risk. There is no risk. So again, you've got the 30-day trial.
Well, there is a risk. The risk is that the price is going to go up. So.
Well, that's true. That's a
okay,
great risk.
That's my marketing. Okay.
Yeah. That's you. That's why I partnered with you, Tom. You're the internet marketing guy. So, I'm the caregiving without regret expert.
Yeah. It's refreshing too, and I wanted to say thank you to Christine Holt for jumping on board too. Really excited to have you guys here. So we're gonna rock it for you guys. Make sure you get the most out of this. And the cool thing is that there have been some comments that came here, Michael, saying, "Wow, best webinar ever, best content, great content." And I think when there's someone that's just sharing great information and it's not like all the marketing hype and everything, and I love marketing, and some things are done for a reason, but you're just, I remember you put this presentation together and sent it over and said, "Tom, what do you think?" It's like, just go with it, man. I mean, it's really good. I know that's good information. You're never going to hold back, and of course, there's only so much time that we have here, and that's why we put the system together, and of course, we want to get people involved in that and create a community and get people who are investing in it. That's, if you're not investing in it, you're probably not serious about it. So now you're going to be, by investing in this, you're getting in with other people that are serious about it, going to learn, going to share information, and make this, social media can be a fantastic way to really build your business, engage with people. I've had so many benefits from social media over the years, and I'm definitely not hardcore about it. That's why I was learning about this from Michael. He knew about this long before I did. So it's really, really fun to see. And yeah, Peg said, "Thanks for a great webinar." See, so that's it. So you did a great job. I want to thank you for it.
Oh, well, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that so many people have come to attend live. And, again, this has been, I'm seeing it now that I'm not in the slideshow anymore and I can actually see the comments. It's really great. This is really awesome. It's my first time using Webinar Jam in a live session with someone. I know, Tom, this is your initial experience. I think we both have had a lot of fun with it as well. I just love how we're able to interact with the folks that are here.
Really fun.
And yes, and I cannot wait to welcome new people into the system. We're gonna, like I said, learn and rock it together and have a good time. Again, it's a great way to have a networking event at your fingertips each and every Friday.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So hey, there's some questions that came up here. I mean, are you cool for sticking around for a little bit and answer?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Shirley, thanks for saying, great webinar. Let's see. Okay, so Lori asks, what setup am I using on my computer, because I don't have an earpiece or headset. I'm using a Blue Yeti microphone, or the Blue Snowball microphone. I think this was $97 from Amazon. So it's really, really nice microphone. It's just a USB port, so a little techie thing. Thanks for geeking out with me on the tech stuff, Lori. And I'm glad, because I was using my built-in earlier, and Michael was like, "That does not sound very good." He wasn't. I was just asking him, "Hey, how's it sound?" He's like, "Oh, it's fine, but kind of sound like you're in a box." I'm like, "Okay, let me try this." So he said, "Oh, 1,000 times better." So that's $97 for this thing. Hey, here, I'm gonna geek out. There's my microphone. That's it. And I kind of like the techie stuff. You can see a keyboard, guitars, and bass, and I got a mandolin over there. So we'll get back to you. But let's get some questions here.
Yeah, I noticed Obi asked a quick one. What is the webpage for the registration? It's just fanpageparty.com. So, fanpageparty.com is the webinar page. In fact, so we'll put it back into the chat.
Okay, yeah, should be there at the top. Everyone
Should
should
be
see
there
it.
at the top. I put it there. So just
Very command.
fanpageparty.com, FANPAGE
Yeah.
PARTY.com. That will take you right to the registration page. This is not a monthly fee. It is a one-time offer. And
Yep.
I have been one of the people who in the past has taken early offers for programs that I have seen start at $97 and eventually, I'm not saying that this one's going to do that, but have gone up to $1,000 or more.
Yep.
And those of us that took the, took the leap of faith and made that early investment have all of the benefits that the new people that are paying $1,000 for are getting at just the $97 rate. So
That's right.
I just want to say that if this is interesting you at all, I promise you that I will give my all to make this work. So and again, I'm pleased to offer you at a price point that should not break the bank, which is why I'm calling it a no-brainer offer. Just
Yes.
being somebody who's been a customer of many programs myself, I've been on the other side, so it's a little bit of a different feeling for me to be on this side of it. But again, it's just I encourage you to come and sign up and try it out.
Yeah. And Mary says she just joined along too, so thanks for being here, for joining the FanPage Party Success System. Can't wait to see you on board and get you going. There's another question here that came up. I want to make sure we get to this because this is really important because there's probably a lot of people that are in this spot. Let me scroll down. It came up here just a second ago. And it was about somebody who'd been inactive for 8 months. So Yvonne here says, would this be worth my while? I haven't been active on Facebook for about 8 months. So could you address that?
Oh, well, I actually think this would be perfect for you because this is perfect for somebody who's just launching a new fan page as well. Because that's what a month after I launched my fan page in October of 2013 is when I started playing in fan page parties, attending them, and then a month after that I started hosting. So you're actually in a perfect position to kind of reinvigorate the page. So you could go in and either create a new fan page or try to use this as a way to beef it up. So if you're, again, somebody on the fence, that's been off of Facebook for a while, again, I think this is really perfect. The other thing is you're going to meet so many new people. You're going to make new fans pretty quickly from playing in the different fan page parties. So I encourage you to come on board, and I guarantee the members are going to be treated like royalty. So we're going to go and like one another's pages and support each other, but it's more than the likes. I think the power that will come from this is what I found on my own is I have built great relationships. Tom had mentioned that I was a student of his Promo Partners program, and I'm somebody who enjoys working and reaching out and connecting. I want to get to know people, and I have met some amazing, amazing people through fan page parties that again have invited me to guest blog posts, or even a few of whom have had books or products or services that I wanted to buy myself. So again, there's just so much. I think there's so much opportunity. You're in a perfect position to start now.
Yeah. Earlier someone asked, should I have a product done before I start a fan page party? And really, I think people say that because they know that I teach people information products, and I think it's never too soon to start marketing and to start building your list because you're going to get the best feedback in the world from people. If you're getting ready, one of the first things I ask people if they're getting ready to create a product is, do you have a following or a list or a fan base? Because then you can send a survey out and say, hey, of these 3 topics, which one interests you the most? And if you get overwhelming response, then you have a pretty good idea which direction you should go. And you can also, get help creating a title, getting feedback on a title, or all sorts of things you can do. If you're getting your book ready, or getting your product ready, or getting your new program going, start building that fan base now. And if it makes you uncomfortable calling it a fan base, I know it's kind of, it almost sounds egotistical, but it's called what it is. They're called fan pages, but just consider it a business page, and start building, your mission base, right? People that are following your mission or would be interested in what it is you're up to, and get feedback. Just find out what it is that people want, what they're interested in, and then you can create your product then as well. So I think people really, they want to put too much of the stuff, try to get everything in place and the perfect website before they start engaging with people. And if you have a good message, just start sharing that and get that out there first, and then start putting those pieces together later.
Great, that's awesome. I did see a comment here from Millie. Millie, you're most welcome. I'm so glad that you spent some time with us today to learn about these strategies. And I'm sorry that the program is a little bit out of your budget for this month, but again, please continue to visit me on fan page parties. I treasure having new fans and building relationships. And in the future, I plan that this program is going to be available for a while. When you decide it's right for you, you can get in. But again, I just want to encourage others that are, if you're thinking about this at all, and I thank those that have already, signed up and joined in, come and join us, because I really try to make this practical and user-friendly with the opening tutorial videos and scripts so you can follow step by step. And the first thing I want to suggest to anyone, whether you are participating in the program or not, just start getting to know the fan page party success system, or this whole process, by being a party attendee. Attend my parties, attend other parties that I've suggested. Get acquainted as an attendee and build those relationships as an attendee. And once you get comfortable, then you get into mastering the party hosting strategy. So I want to say too, for those in the book marketing challenge, I know there's a lot of, we are completing week 2, and there's a lot more going on Deborah is doing over the upcoming weeks. And I know that they can feel like there's a lot of action that they're taking. This will be available for you even if you sign up now. Again, you can get the replay or listen live to the bonus webinar on your Mark call, and you'll have access to everything. And all of the Party Lab Day video, live sessions that I do will be recorded and put in the members area. And then after the book marketing challenge is over, I'm going to continue to be offering these live lab days throughout the summer on Fridays and beyond. So, and you will know when the schedule is for those events, so you will get to participate. So I encourage you to jump on board now while the price point is still at $97 for a while it's at this price point. Come in now. There's always benefits to coming in early, and then you can participate as fully as you want when you're ready and it works for you.
Yeah. And Shirley mentioned that she had attended your fan page party last Friday following Devorah's course and gained 19 likes since then. So just getting started with it. So thanks, Shirley, for sharing that. And Lori says, will this program share how to convert fans to a list? So that's definitely something that we could have a discussion, and certainly on one of the, any of the live calls. And if that comes up in a live call, since those will get archived, that would be put into the system and program as well. So again,
could I just add that it kind of does, because the third module, which is after party strategies, I do touch on that, and I'm happy to go into more detail and answer your questions in one of the live jam sessions, the Party Lab days that we have. The key to that is really post a call to action that people will see when they come to your page on Fridays. You want to pin a post to the top that's a call to action to get you to the list. So like I had shared the slide where I had done a few weeks ago, a call to action for people the caregivers to register to attend my Caregiving Power Hour. It's a free Caregiving Power Hour I offer once a month. That's a gateway to them coming on my list. I get their name and their email address. They get the free live teleseminar, and they're on my list. So yes, the answer is yes. These strategies that we do cover how to get people to your list, because it's not just about getting likes on Facebook. It's about getting a subset of those people that like your page and become your fans to actually then go deeper with you. Yeah. And the best way to do that is get them on your list.
Yeah, it's definitely important to move people away from the social media over to your email list, to your to your blog, your website, whatever that is. Yeah, very good. Great questions. Great comment there, Elder, too.
Yeah. Yes, Elder, that is a wonderful comment, and I actually do reach out to the faith communities, and they're such an important part of my life. Elder made a comment about reaching out to faith communities because there's so many accidental caregivers in churches. There are accidental caregivers everywhere, and absolutely, I welcome invitations locally to come to churches and synagogues and talk to caregivers. It's such a pleasure, and I've been doing more and more. So there are so many caregivers to be, they just make the greatest caring force in humanity. And I'm somebody who took care of both of my parents during their elder years and unfortunately during their end of life journeys. So I walk the talk as a caregiver. So I'm on a mission. And the fan page party strategies have really helped me reach more people and caregivers in need. And even those that were the caregiving role, I get messages from people all the time. I wish I had known about your book 3 years ago. And and then I would have had your service or your messaging to help me then. But again, they're important too to reach. They're connecting, and they'll share the information with those they feel can benefit. I'm just glad to be here now, and I love interacting with new people. And the private messages, and the people that do that. And I just want to say to anybody who's listening to this webinar, if I have not gone and liked your page, it's not because I don't want to, it's because I got lost in all of the multiple parties I've managed last week. So please feel free to send me a private message. I want to get to know about you and your page, whether you're a member of the program or not. So,
again, we're getting a little competition here. Elder, it's like left, right. Elder just said she got 21 likes this week from Friday's party. So Shirley, there's a little competition going on here with Shirley's 19 and Elder's 21. But that reminds me too, Michael, you and I had talked about, hey, what if we put together for our clients a fun little competition or contest to see, who can have the biggest spike in likes, maybe based on a percentage and then overall number. So we're definitely considering doing something like that too, that might result in a 30-minute strategy session with probably Michael, because if it's coming to talking about fan page parties, that's what it's going to be. But if there's maybe another topic you want to talk about, then we could do that too for somebody. But that's definitely something we're looking to do. And again, I want to thank Yvonne also for jumping on board. So you should also have all the content in your email already, or access to the link. So thanks for having faith in us. And Michael put together really, really good information. So I'm honored to be a part of this and that. So.
Excellent. And I see that Shirley asked a question. I'm sorry if we missed that before. You're not repeating yourself. Yes, you are best to do this when you share your page or you make a comment in another party. Do it from your personal profile. That's really the best. But when you make that comment, you put the link in the comment thread to your fan page. Okay, now you will notice that a number of people don't know to do this, and you will get likes from people from their fan pages. And it's okay that you still may want to build those connections. I built my connections with those people because I don't know that it's done intentionally. I think they just don't know. But in the underground strategy of those of us that know, the best way to increase the like count and your engagement is to do these activities from your personal profile, which is why in the scripted instructions you will get as part of the fan page party success system, when you're ready to host parties, you will learn the exact wording to put in with your party image so that your party attendees know exactly what to do.
Great, thanks.
And, oh good, well AJ, it's a pleasure to be providing detailed answers. I'm really glad that you're getting a lot. We want to deliver. I'm hoping that you all are getting tremendous value from this first ever webinar. We are now reaching the bottom of the hour, and I want to be respectful of people's time and Tom's time too, so that we'll move on. But are we missing any questions?
I wrote down a couple that had come up throughout.
Sure.
You actually addressed them because somebody asked about about your graphic designer, and you'd already mentioned your graphic designer. So another question was, are there notes available? I think it's just the replay, right?
It's just a replay. So the replay, in a few hours after this webinar is over, you will get an email with access to a replay link. So you can listen to this on demand as you want.
Okay. Another question that came up was how did you find fan page parties to join, or how do you? I would say the best way is obviously Michael has already put together a list within our program. The other thing is that you could look around for people to do it. I think that's try to land on some parties and then see who's participating. But of course, you're saving yourself a lot of time by just going through the fan page party success system. So Marilyn asked, where's this tool on Facebook? I think she was referring to the chart. You had a chart up there that showed your graphic, your spikes. I'm not sure. I think that's just there on your page in your. I think that's what she was referring to, but that was back toward the beginning. So sorry, I missed that one.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. So yes, that is an insights. If you in your fan page, you will once you get over a certain number of likes. I think it might be. I think it's 100 likes. I think you have to have on your fan page. You will have access to insights, so statistical insights through Facebook on your fan page that you click, and then each of those tabs are there that you can then get a measure of your likes, your post reach, all of those statistics for any week that you want since you've had your fan page. Once it gets beyond 100 likes, I believe it is.
Yeah.
So that's a great question. Yeah, as well. Yeah. So again, and to answer again, I found. I did a lot of exploration to find the fan page parties. I engaged in a few, then I learned more, then I was invited. So as part of the fan page party success system, you get access to my Party Central list, which currently has over 24 party pages listed on it, so you can find those pages without any work. And I'm going to be uploading that list to the private Facebook group that you will be asked to join. And that list will constantly be updated with new parties that I find and the parties that the members eventually create themselves when they become rockin' party hosts. Yep. And so that Party Central list is only going to grow. And so again, I want to make it very easy for the members to get what they need to maximize success.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see. When will we get access to the information? Yvonne, if you signed up, you should already have access to that. If you have any issues at all, just reply. You should have already have an email in your inbox. If there's any problem with any of the links or anything, just hit reply, and that'll send an email to either Michael or me, and we'll get you going for that. So that'll be taken care of.
Yeah, when I tried the system last night, it took me about 15 minutes after I registered to get the email that came with the registration link. When you do, you'll go into the member site and you'll actually create your own username and password. And so give it about 15 minutes or so and see if that comes in. But again, as Tom said, if you have an issue, just reply to one of the other emails, or the email that we will be using for getting support help is support@bloomforcoach.com. That's SUPPORT at BLOOMFORCOACH.com, and we'll make sure you're taken care of. So do not worry, you will be absolutely taken care of.
Very good. So. A couple real quick questions too. Linda, no reason to be embarrassed at all, seriously. She was asking what's the difference between, as a newbie, what's the difference between a profile and a fan page? Hey, listen, there's no embarrassment being a newbie to Facebook. It's you're checking it out now, but the profile is your personal page, and then the fan page is basically your business page. I think it'd be the quickest way to describe. So if you've already set up a profile on Facebook, you have a profile, and then you can go in and create a business page later, which is your fan page. Lori says, will this program cover recommendations and best practices on what to post on Facebook to attract people and keep them interested? Michael has actually created scripts that you can cut and paste to use when you initially engage with people on their parties. But Michael, you definitely want to answer that question. I think we'll have to probably wrap it up after that one. I'd love to continue, but we need to.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. That question is not answered within the modules, but certainly on the Party Lab days or on the On Your Mark call, if you sign up before Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I would be happy to address that question in detail about my strategies. I did share a little bit, earlier in this presentation about the fact that I like to make posts, one post per day during the week. With engaging content from my target audience, and that I often use images as part of those posts too, and they're my personal images that I edit through a free program called PicMonkey.com. But I'm certainly happy to answer questions and share my knowledge even beyond fan page parties for the members that are in the program. I mean, that's what the live support days are all about. And if I know something, I'm certainly, I want to make this as successful as possible for all of us. Yeah. So, and we can do that. So definitely.
Great. Wow, man, this was, you did a great job, Michael. I want to say this was a really, really good, entertaining, engaging, informative webinar. I'm really excited and honored to have done this and to have done my first Google Hangout. So this is fun. I bought Webinar Jam a couple months ago, and I need to start using it so I can make Google Hangouts even better, like you do. And a lot of fun. It's fun when you're learning marketing from your past clients and students and colleagues. So it's pretty cool.
Could I just say one thing about that too? Because I was the one that turned you on to Webinar Jam. I know that. So we're here, and I'm really excited to be using this. And we had no technological hiccups, so it all worked perfectly. But if anybody's interested in, this is not an information session about Webinar Jam, but below your page here at the bottom, you're going to find a logo for Webinar Jam, and it will be on the replay page as well. If you want to learn more about Webinar Jam, just click that image, and it will take you to the Webinar Jam information page, and you can learn about it. I love it. It's less expensive than any other webinar service that's out there, paid webinar service, and I just think it's really robust. It's cool that we have this chat and we're able to interact in the way that we are. And one of the things we did not use today, and I just want to share, I'm going to master the ability in the live lab sessions. So those of you that are members that are comfortable, we will do screen shares on Facebook, so you will be able to see live what I'm doing while in Facebook in answering your questions. And I'm going to figure out how to bring you who want to be on camera on the session live with me, so we have a direct interaction like Tom and I are doing right now during those Party Lab days. So we're going to be in a learning process together with all the functionality of Webinar Jam, and it's going to be great.
Love it. All right, cool. Thanks, Gretchen. Just saw a comment. This is all about Michael, though. He got me onto this one today, so I'm really, really, really excited. Desiree, we'll see you later. Thanks for being here, and love to see you there. So I think that's it. I think it's a wrap, buddy. All right.
All right. It sounds good to me. Well, Tom, it was so awesome to do this with you and everybody who has been on this session, or if you're listening to the replay. I am just so thrilled that you joined us, and no matter what you do, may you be successful in all your marketing endeavors. And if you decide to play in fan page parties, let's all party on, friends.
Yes.
Have a good time. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
We'll see you guys later. Thanks,
Bye.
everybody.